Sactown, what is going on? It is Sactown Pete back at it again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I sure did. I was unfortunately unable to attend the Fan Fest at the Golden One on Saturday. So if you guys went, anybody watching that went, I hope you guys had a fun blast time. I heard it was a great Fan Fest that the Kings had on Saturday. So today I want to talk about Luke Walton and the success that the Sacramento Kings have had, and couple of reasons, majority of the reason why the success that Luke Walton has had is because he's been heavily reliant on the three-guard lineup. So I came across this article by Sactown Royalty by Leo Toucherman. He goes on to say Luke Walton it's comfortable with relying on heavily on the three-guard lineup. Walton is less concerned with the size and more concerned with the team rebounding. So let's just go through this article here real quick. And he goes on to say, if you take a quick look at the Sacramento Kings roster, it becomes evident there is a lack of reliable wing talent outside of Harrison Barnes. 100% agree. 100% agree with Leo. It's something I've written extensively this offseason and continue to see as a major weakness heading into the season, especially when the Kings start to face some of the star wings the NBA has to offer. Head coach Luke Walton and the Kings brass apparently don't see this positional imbalance as much of a weakness, however. Walton cites the fact that the team has really good guard play to mostly make up for it. Walton says his main concern, regardless of the size of the guys he has out there, is getting rebounds and stops on the defensive end. He goes on to say, we have a lot of really good guard play and positions isn't as important in today's NBA as it used to be. But between De'Aaron and Tyrese and Buddy and Davion and TD, that's a lot of talent. And those guys we want on the court. Walton told reporters on Wednesday, but we can only play them the minutes we want if we are able to get stops and rebounds. So as long as we're doing that, then I'm comfortable playing with some of these guys at the three. So far this preseason, that comment has rung true as the Kings has devoted a lot of the minutes to three-guard lineups, with three of Fox, Halliburton, Hield, Mitchell, and Davis seemingly always on the court. It's been two preseason games, so everything must be taken with a grain of salt. But the three-guard lineup have looked solid thus far. And you know what? I agree with that 100%. It's clear that the most of the talent in the Kings roster resides in the backcourt, but whether three-guard lineups can be a reliable night in, night out solution during the dredge of the NBA season remains to be seen. 100% with you there, Leo. 100% agree with that. I think it's pretty much, other than Harrison Barnes, maybe you can talk about Mo Harkless. Our wing position is really, really weak, but the success of the three-guard lineup, enormous times this season, this preseason so far, it's been good to see. It's definitely been good to see because that's what I want to see, is put our team's best lineups out there on the court. And I feel like majority of the time, this two preseason games that we've seen thus far, we've had lineups of at least three guards on the court, whether it's Fox, Halliburton, Buddy Hield, or whether it's Davion Mitchell, Tyrese, and De'Aaron Fox, or whether it's Terrence Davis, Buddy Hield, and Davion Mitchell off the bench. I think it's been pretty fun and exciting so far to see Luke Walton utilize the heck out of his four guards. And I'm telling you, I've said this previously in the offseason as well, when we re-signed Terrence Davis, the Sacramento Kings have a legit four-guard rotation with a De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, Davion Mitchell, and a Terrence Davis. And I can throw in Buddy Hield in there as well. So, because he's still on the team. And so far, I've just been impressed. Overall, like the two preseason games that the Sacramento Kings have played, I like what I see. I mean, taking a grain with the salt that it is preseason still. But I really enjoyed the team, the way the vibe is. Tristan Thompson, seeming like he's a Amon Shumpert 2.0 out there. Good locker room guy. He looks like he's definitely taken the youngsters under his wing and providing that veteran presence in the locker room and on the court and on the sidelines. I do like what I see from Davion Mitchell as well. Offensively, we know what he's capable of. Looking like he's a very good knockdown shooter as well. And defensively, dude's a stud, man. He's, like I said, he's the best defender since the Sacramento Kings have had since Ron Artest. And it's not even close, man, because this guy is a beast and a force on the defensive end. And man, it just gets me excited to see him defend at the NBA level, because there's questions and concerns about his size overall and how he can be able to defend. Look, man, if you guys, I know it's preseason, but the other night against the Clippers, against Paul George, He made it tough. He made it tough on Paul George. The times that he was matched up on Paul George, and I like his just demeanor and his hustle and his grit and grind play on the defensive end. And I think moving forward, I want to see that. I want to see him guard the Steph Currys. I want to see him guard the Damian Lillards, the CJ McCollums. I want to see him guard Luka. I want to see him guard all the elite, legit Western Conference guards, and overall in the NBA. So I think that we have an advantage there because it would only benefit and help Tyrese Halliburton. It's going to only benefit and help De'Aaron Fox. Those guys won't be gassed up because of Davion Mitchell. Because we have a shutdown, lockdown defender, you'll see those guys fresh and they won't be worn down or gassed up, like I said. I do like what I see from De'Aaron Fox as well. Yeah, granted, the fact that the first preseason game, he had a quiet offensive night with 6 points. But you saw him what he did last game against the Clippers. He had 23 points overall in like 22 minutes. 24 minutes, should I say. But the shot looked good. The willing to attack. The shoulders look good. He's bulked up. He's taking content. And I like what I see from De'Aaron Fox. I like what I see from Tyrese Halliburton as well. Just him dropping dimes, getting everybody involved when he's quiet offensively. And offensively, we know what he can do with himself and for the team offensively. I gotta give credit. I gotta give credit to Luke Walton where it's due because this is a big year for Luke Walton. Anytime you're coming off multiple 31 game win seasons, the last 2 seasons, it's gonna push you. You're gonna be hungry to get past that this season. And all things considered, this vibe and this momentum that the Sacramento Kings are, I hope it carries over to the regular season. And I want it to carry over to the regular season because this is only gonna benefit us moving forward. And the final 2 games, what I want to see, the final 2 preseason games, should I say, we got a game against the Blazers, and we got Thursday night, we got the Los Angeles Lakers coming to town. I just want to see the starting 5 be more comfortable with one another. I said this months ago. The starting 5, I believe it is going to be De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, Harrison Barnes, Marvin Bagley, and Rashad Holmes. And I want to see that. I want to see them start the final 2 games. And I want to see the bench. The bench, it looks like we have we have one of the deeper benches in the league this season. Anytime you can have a Davion Mitchell, Buddy Hield, Terrence Davis come off the bench, alongside with your bigs and a Alex Lynn and a Tristan Thompson, those 2 bigs that we picked up, they're defensive and rebounding bigs that we desperately needed because our defense was trash and our rebounding was terrible last season. And I feel like those 2 bigs that we picked up, Lynn and Tristan Thompson, they're going to help us tremendously, especially on the defensive end and especially in the rebounding department. So I'm excited to see them off the bench as well and come in for Bagley and Holmes one at a time. So overall, I give credit where it's due, man. Luke Walton has done a fantastic job this preseason so far, utilizing his players and getting the best out of his players. And the 3-guard lineup looks amazingly fun. Tremendously fun, should I say, because our guards are our overall strength of the team, and in order to succeed, those guards got to be heavily relied on, and I think that they will be heavily relied on this upcoming season because if it works, why go away from it? Let's continue to keep rolling. Let's continue to make it work. And with that being said, let me know your guys' thoughts. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please hit the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. I'm looking forward to having on my next guest at some point this week. I'm pretty excited for having this guest on. I appreciate you guys joining the last video I had with Jillian Adge. Shout out to Jillian for coming on as well. Man, just a great basketball mind. It was good to chop it up with her and talk Kings basketball. She does run the Pet podcast as well. So go check her out. Go show her some love on Twitter as well. And overall, it was just a great basketball conversation with Jillian in the previous video. So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for me for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate all you guys' support. It means the world to me. Just thank you for taking the time out of your day, your evening, to watch my videos. And I really do greatly appreciate that. Yes, and before I go, I've seen this over the weekend. Ben Simmons would have no problem with trade to Kings. It's been reported by David Aldridge that Ben Simmons would be open to a trade to Sacramento to play for the Sacramento Kings. Listen, you guys know where I stand with Ben Simmons. I would love a Ben Simmons type of talent on the Sacramento Kings. Put a Ben Simmons alongside with the De'Aaron Fox, Halliburton, Mitchell, I think, and Rashad Holmes. I think you have yourself a legitimate defensive foundation if you do and go acquire a Ben Simmons talent He will help you tremendously on the defensive end. Put him alongside with the Davion Mitchell. You're gonna have a legit defense with those two on the court. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes with Ben Simmons. I'm hoping that there's a Ben Simmons trade eventually at some point, referring to he's linked to us, and I'm hoping that we do get him. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get him. Let's just see where this goes. And yeah, I mean, hell of a talent. Despite his offensive flaws, he has a tremendous amount of talent defensively and overall as a overall basketball player. So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.